let's do some NFC action now. Let's go to the other side of the spectrum. Let's start out with the easiest one. Just get it out of the way. The NFC South. Can we agree on this?
I was gonna say the Saints were gonna win this.
Psych! Got him!
I saw your knee slapping right there, Wiles.
Got him.
Carolina?
That curveball. Yeah, it's Carolina. It's Carolina all day because there's nobody that's even close to them. There are a couple teams that are...
Tampa Bay is rising. Tampa Bay is rising.
But they got a while to get... They got a while before they get to...
They do got Wiles to go.
I said they got a whiles. I don't know if Wiles is Wiles in there. They have a while to go.
They got a while to go. They got a ways to go, is what you meant to say.
They got a ways to go. There it is.
The Saints aren't a terrible team.
They're just so flawed.
On defense.
Incredibly flawed.
Offensively, I think, well, Drew Brees, Drew Brees, he's going to get his.
He's going to get his 4,000 yards.
Well, he's going to get his, 4,800 yards. Let's see through for that, I think, alone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's got to be the Panthers all the way. Running game, the defense is
stout.
Just horrifying how scary that defense is.
And they lost Josh Norman, though, so.
I don't even think that will play a big...
You don't think so?
No. I don't think it will. I think their defense will be able to just keep... when you have Luke Kuechly...
I think he's the
best linebacker in the league.
He's the best linebacker I've seen since Ray Lewis went away.
Would you rather have both at their peak? Would you rather have Luke Kuechly or J.J. Watt?
Which is a more important position? Luke Kuechly. I think I'd rather have Luke Kuechly.
Yeah?
Yeah. J.J. Watt is a disruptive force. He's a Hall of Famer already. But what does he do to win games? I don't know. It's tough.
Doesn't let people throw the ball.
He does lead.
You can go either way with that.
He does lead the league in quarterback hits.
Personally, I would take J.J. Watt.
He gets a lot of fumbles and takeaways. He's gotten a few interceptions too. Sacks, obviously.
Right.
I just think Luke Kuechly is more versatile in just by virtue of the position he plays.
And the thing about Luke Kuechly is that
he sees more of the field.
The thing about
that's just it for me.
That makes a lot of sense. And it's not like you can go wrong either way.
You can't
go wrong either way. The thing about Luke Kuechly that's interesting is I don't think people understand how good he is playing the pass. That dude is good. He covers so much ground to get that pick.
In the playoffs?
Yes.
It was amazing, yeah. I was
hoping you said that. So much ground, and it's amazing how smart. This is a guy who averaged double-digit tackles at Boston College.
Oh, he
led the nation in tackles. Yeah. He was a tackling machine.
All over the field.
And I remember hearing about him, and I'm like, I feel like that guy should be, number one or something, if he's doing stuff like that. Right. You don't hear about that too often, and he is just absolutely proving it right now.
He's the real deal. It's only because of Watt that he hasn't won more Defensive Player of the Year.
Right. And either one of those guys is just a monster, just disruptive as ever.
Yeah.
So we're going to take Carolina. Let's move forward to, let's go to the NFC North.
I
think we have to.
I have the Packers. Well, think about this. Could it be Detroit? No. Could it be Chicago? No. Could it be Minnesota? Maybe. Doubtful. Could it be Green Bay? Yes.
Exactly. Mind meld right there. We're right there with each other, and I hope. And it sucks because I don't think either of us would have picked Green Bay had Teddy Bridgewater.
I would have picked Minnesota.
So would I.
I would have picked Minnesota.
And we talked about it on our hot seats. The pickups. When we talked about how we could easily see them going to the NFC Championship. Because you had them going last year.
Again, they were, couple...
Almost, it was close.
They were a missed field goal away from going.
It was a missed field goal, a missed chip shot.
A missed PAT.
And...
I don't hold it against you, Blair Walsh. I don't hold it against you. I just hate you.
Ace is out. It happens.
No, I'm
just watch Ace Ventura, okay? Ray Finkel. It happens. Let's just hope he doesn't become a woman. Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Whoa.
So yeah, we're taking Green Bay because
who else can
It's
win?
the default. You have to go to Green Bay with the injury to Teddy Bridgewater.
Well,
Even with Sam
I was
Bradford
gonna say, but they just listed Sean Hill as the starter, so
originally, which makes sense. Bradford.
he knows the offense.
Bradford just came.
He knows the offense.
So it's a matter of time before Bradford eventually.
Yeah, but
takes
it's
over.
Sam Bradford. I've never seen anything in him that makes me think, oh, he could lead a team to the playoff. Or, I mean, he could lead a team to the Super Bowl.
But here's the deal. The defense is amazing.
Anthony Barr
is
is a bona fide superstar.
bona fide superstar. You got Sharif Floyd. That dude is an animal right in the middle.
Harrison Smith
is
a superstar.
You talk about a guy who people don't know who they should. They
Harrison
should
Smith,
know who Harrison Smith is.
He might very well be the best safety in the league. It's hard to say he's above Earl Thomas. Harrison Smith might be
right there with
the best safety in the league.
And then you got, Xavier Rhodes, cornerback, young quarterback.
Yeah.
They have a lot of talent.
Not to mention offensively.
On that defense.
Offensively, they got great wide receivers. They got Stephon Diggs.
I'm very excited about Laquan Treadwell.
Laquan Treadwell.
He's their only tall,
big
go up
back,
and get it
right.
wide receiver.
It seems like you almost need one of those nowadays.
Oh, you absolutely do.
Just
Unless you're
just
the
the-
Colts,
just
the
the
Colts
way-
just don't.
Just the way the NFL is kind of not evolving, but just the way the NFL is moving these days. Like, you almost need a guy who's 6'4", 6'5", just to go up and get the ball. A speedster who can just go up there and just.
Everybody needs a tall guy who can go up and get it. Brandon Marshall is one of the best.
Rebounder, yeah.
And that dude is unstoppable. He's like, he just turned I think he turned 33. Doesn't look like he's slowing down at all.
No.
Last year he was amazing. And, it is a bummer about Teddy Bridgewater, but this team is built to possibly survive that loss. Not necessarily go to the Super Bowl or anything like that.
It's interesting. It's not the same situation as the Cowboys last year.
No.
Not at all, because the Cowboys didn't have a great defense.
This isn't a team that depends on the quarterback like it did for Dallas.
Right.
They've got the best running back in the league,
Oh, far and away.
Adrian Peterson. They've got a good line to a degree. My issue with it is they're playing indoors instead of outdoors. If now was the time to be an outdoor snowy weather team, because you wouldn't have to pass it that much. You could pound the rock.
You just run
You
it.
could play tough defense. You can make people have to score only you don't have to score 10 points to win a game. I mean, we saw that playoff game last year. Seattle, the Vikings didn't look comfortable throwing the ball, but neither did Seattle. And it kept it to a point where Minnesota should have won the game.
They should have won that game.
And partially because of the weather. If that was inside, if that was in a
It
dome,
was a cold game.
you're telling me Doug Baldwin wouldn't have hooked up with Russell Wilson a few times on some bombs?
On some deep passes, yeah.
Those two were on fire going into that game. So, again, I think Minnesota, and I'm not even joking, it isn't even a joke. They're making a mistake going back indoors. It's not a...
Well, that's for as long as they've been outside, that's been their image.
They've gone to 4 Super Bowls when they were playing outdoors. When they moved indoors, not a single Super Bowl. Thank you, Gary Anderson.
That's been their image. When you think of the Vikings, you think of a snowy football team. It's like Chicago.
The purple people eaters.
Chicago. What do you think about Chicago? A team
just nasty,
just
defense.
Yeah, just a nasty
weather,
team that plays outside in the snow.
Soldier Field.
Soldier Field. Think of Soldier Field, man. Exactly.
So
we'll see.
We didn't even talk about Green Bay, even though we picked them.
Well,
Green Bay, we know what we're getting. Great quarterback play, great offensive play.
He has his favorite receiver back. Jordy Nelson's healthy.
Who knows if he's going to come back 100% though?
Because he's always 30.
Jordy Nelson's thing is the bomb. Every time, Jordy Nelson, bomb. They would just bomb it to him. How good of a route runner is he? I don't know. I really don't know. And Randall Cobb sucks without Jordy Nelson taking the top off the defense. Now, we have a slimmed down P90X Eddie Lacy.
Intriguing.
Could be good. Seems primed for
Didn't he
a comeback.
lose weight last year?
back.
Didn't he lose weight last year too before the season started?
And then he ate all that lasagna. I don't know. This whole slim down Eddie Lacy is a changed man. We heard that about Matt Stafford.
And he's still a
Same
fat little,
Matt Stafford.
He's still a fat little man.
Same. He's married. That's the only difference.
Well, I'm sure that changed his life. In a good way.
Yeah. It just won't. Maybe a little bit.
Did it make him a better football player?
It did not. It did not.
Yeah.
So Yeah, the Packers, for some reason, I've been in a few fantasy drafts, and the Packers defense is like in the top 7, and I keep thinking to myself, who do they have?
Are they really that good?
They have
Clay
Matthews and
Julius
Peppers and
2 guys who were just recently cleared.
Sammy Shields.
So
I don't know. I'm not buying their defense, but they
don't even have AJ Hawk anymore.
Yeah, I'm taking Packers, but not because I want to. Mainly because I have to.
By default.
By default.
All right. I'm on board with that.
NFC
West.
Let's
go to the West. I have Arizona.
Same here.
Savvy pick.
It's a 2-team race.
It's Arizona versus Seattle. San Francisco and the... I don't even want to say the names.
LA Rams.
It's not even the fact that they're in LA now, just that I don't even want to say the Rams, because they're so bad. Jared Goff, I hope you save this franchise.
Fumbleitis.
I hope you save this franchise.
So you're high on Jeff Fisher, right?
Jeff Fisher will be fired at the end of this season. He will be. You heard it.
Check that hot seat video.
He will be fired at the end of the season.
Top of the list.
So
Jeff Fisher, the mustache, the fake punt king, will not do it again.
Dude should have stayed in Tennessee.
Man, he should hook up and see what Vince Young is doing. Maybe bring him in.
Hey, Vince Young was a Pro Bowler, wasn't he?
He was. He was. Oh yeah. Oh, I remember it. I remember the Vince Young year.
Right. The Vince Young.
It was crazy. He was fantastic.
Put, my friend.
He was fantastic. But yeah, I'm taking Arizona as well. It's a 2-horse race, and both these teams are very capable of winning the Super Bowl this year.
They both have fantastic quarterback play. You know what? I'm not on the Russell Wilson bandwagon. I think he's a great quarterback. But I finally recognize that he is a great quarterback.
He is a great quarterback.
He's a really good quarterback.
For years, I was saying he's hiding behind that defense and Marshawn Lynch.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Not hiding, but just controlling the game. Not really making all those
Trent Dilfer 2.0.
Yeah, there you go.
Except way better than Trent Dilfer.
There you go.
Still,
he's like Trent Dilfer,
8.0.
20.0.
50.0, yeah.
But no, 50 times 0, though. Just joking, Trent. Just kidding.
He got a Super Bowl.
He did get a Super Bowl, and he played well. Hey, he played well.
0.
He got them there because they had terrible quarterback play before him. He played better.
Just horrendous.
So,
but yeah,
2 of the top defense. I think this is the top 2 defenses.
If not top 2, top 3.
Yeah.
2 of top 3.
You've got
throwing Houston in there.
The thing I will talk
Broncos.
about. The 2 things that I look at these 2 teams is Seattle. I question their running game now. Is it going to be Thomas Rawls? Is it going to be Lou Rawls' kid?
Or be Michael?
Or is it going to be Kristen Michael?
Who used to play with them, got cut. Went to the Cowboys, got cut.
And then went back to Seattle.
Didn't he rob someone?
And then
why he was with the Cowboys or something? Or I don't know. No, that was.
I think that was
someone else. Someone else in the Cowboys.
But
I'm sure.
It
seems to be.
But I don't know.
It seems to be a recurring theme.
I don't know how
for the
good
Cowboys.
their running game is going to be.
Well, Russell Wilson's going to run. It's pretty much the only thing you know.
Russell will run. Yes, Danger Russell, whatever. Don't worry, we're not using that nickname on the show. I just said it because some people call him that. Danger Russ.
Excuse me. What was it?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, their passing game. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna rely.
I still don't like their wide receivers.
The thing is, their passing game will rely on Doug Baldwin now.
Yeah, and they'll probably forget that Jimmy Graham's there again. Jimmy Graham, 2 years ago, that guy was like the best tight end. Everyone was like, "Oh, dude, Jimmy Graham and Gronk. Which one do you take?" And now it's like Jimmy Graham is like a nobody because Seattle just didn't pay any attention to him last year, got injured. So
he's a wide receiver though, and he called himself a wide receiver. That's the thing.
Yeah, he did, and he wanted wide receiver pay.
Right.
And so I'm looking at Seattle, and I'm thinking to myself, is the offense going to be as good without Marshawn? Probably not.
Right.
More lenience on Russ.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at the Cardinals, and I think My question is not the running game. David Johnson's a beast, and if he doesn't even work out, they've got Chris Johnson behind him, and then Andre Ellington behind him.
Yeah.
And Chris Johnson was leading the league in rushing yards before he got hurt. Fun fact there for you. He was awesome. Their offensive line is good.
I'll say this, though. He was down when they played the Ravens, and then he got back up for that ridiculously long touchdown run. He was down. I don't care what anyone says. I was at that game. He was down.
He was okay.
He
might have been down. I don't even remember the play.
He was down.
I don't remember the play. I'm sorry.
He was down.
So I look at the Cardinals. My question is, when is Carson Palmer going to hit that wall?
Well,
because last year he was phenomenal.
He had an MVP year last
year. Here's the thing: he played terrible in that Panthers game. It was because of the injured finger. I am almost certain because I don't think people understand. He hurt his finger like 2 games before the playoffs. It was busted up and it was bandaged up for every game after that.
Yep.
And he just didn't throw it right. Every throw was a little bit off. He wasn't as on, and I think it was the finger. If he can just stay healthy, which is a big question in his history, his career, I don't think he's about to hit the wall, but I only think he's got a year or 2 left.
I think we're seeing a new theme with Arizona. They're just going to get these old QBs.
This has been a theme for Arizona for years.
To come in.
For Phoenix, the Suns. The Suns have been doing it for years, bringing in old players and
who just
revitalizing
have resurgent
Shaq,
years.
Jermaine O'Neal, Grant Hill, Steve Nash was just kept alive
until
they shipped him off to LA, and LA was like, we don't know what to do with him.
Yeah, he just died. But for me, it's the same. It's Carson Palmer. Because he had a career year last year.
How many weapons?
That's what yeah.
Larry was awesome.
Michael
John
Floyd
Brown,
finally playing up to his potential-ish.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. At the beginning of the season, he dislocated like a bunch of all of his fingers in his hand.
Really?
Yeah. So that would tell you why he had a slow start at the beginning of the year.
Oh, he's poised.
So, and he's contract year. So, top defenses, it's going to come down to the wire. I'm taking Arizona. You're taking Arizona. We're running out of time. We need to get it going.
Let's get it.
We're taking a little too long. NFC East.
It's kind of a crapshoot.
But is
it really though? We talked about this a little earlier before the show. Seemingly, there's only one team you can really logically, rationally pick to win the division.
And even then, it's not even logical.
Really? Well, because
to actually logically pick this team defies
just by virtue of who they are.
All normal knowledge of sports.
I mean, there's no way the Redacteds are going to win
2 years in a row?
That's just...
Is that even possible?
What?
What? You like that?
You like that? Survey says, what?
What? Yeah.
That's not my pick, though. I'm not picking them. I refuse. I'm going with the Cowboys.
He refuses. Now, this is the interesting part of this division. We're going to have 2 rookies starting.
Week
1.
Well, you got Wentz, or is it Vents?
It's Wentz. He's not German.
He's not European? Okay.
It'd
be cooler. It'd be way cooler. It'd be way more awesome.
Carson Wentz.
If he was like Dirk Nowitzki. Carson Wentz.
No, he's just a ginger. Just a ginger from North Dakota State.
Boo.
So
depressing.
Real quick, your reasoning for taking the Cowboys.
Well, okay, so Romo, best bet, only out for 6 weeks.
Right.
Okay.
That's key. They didn't put him on the IR. They kept him on the active roster, so he doesn't have to wait till
he can come back. He can come back whenever he's healthy. Now, if he comes back after 6 weeks, meaning he starts week 7, that means Dak Prescott only has to play 6 games.
Right.
I think if he wins 3 of those games, if he goes 3-3 over those first 6 games, and then Romo comes in, does Romo things, and just because the past 4 years Romo's been playing out of his mind.
Oh yeah. Much. When he's healthy, he's awesome.
Top 5 in the league.
Absolutely.
I don't care what anyone says. Romo's amazing. He's awesome. He's going to come back and go, even if he goes 7-3 over the last 10 games of the season, 8-2, they're in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because this division, like always, it's going to come down to, like, who can win 9 games.
If Dallas wins 10 games, if Dallas wins 10 games, they win the division. So
and I got to tell you, I like their chances of doing that. And I picked Washington, but I can see the Cowboys doing it because of, if you look at last year, they were so scrappy. They hung in with every single team they played. You look at those
fought. They clawed.
Eventually, some of these teams blew them away, but that was just because eventually the defense couldn't take anymore.
Right.
The onslaught was too much. The dam broke. The water broke through finally because they had no quarterback. Dak Prescott, say what you want about the rookie, he's already 10 million times better than Brandon Weeden or Matt Castle or Kellen Moore or anybody else they threw out there.
So Dak looks good in preseason. It's preseason.
Again, yeah.
It's not a big indicator of success.
Right.
Okay, because last year, for example, Blake Bortles didn't do so hot in the preseason. He had a pretty good year.
I'd say so. Tied for the league in touchdown passes.
4,000 yards, pretty good year. So we'll see. Not a big indicator of success, that is. But Prescott has looked good. He has issues on his reads still.
But that's, you expect that
from a rookie. His throws aren't pinpoint. They're not where you expect them to be yet, but rookie. So,
I think the key part of his game, too, that's going to help him is he's a dual threat.
Well, leads to my next point. He has Ezekiel Elliott and the best offensive line in football.
And he can run.
So he's going to have time. He will have time to make his reads, to go through all the progressions.
Yeah.
So, I
and
think
even when he doesn't, he can kill him with his legs.
And he proved to be a pretty talented runner and a strong and tough runner. Which
he's
I think
built
is
to run.
Right.
He's a big dude.
It's important to be a tough runner in the NFL. Because you're going to run the football, especially as a quarterback, you got to be tough.
Absolutely.
So, I think if they win 3 games, and then Romo fills in, this is obviously if he goes back after week 6.
Right.
He could come back after week 10. And if that's the case, I don't know if Dak can win more.
We'll see how well he plays.
So
we'll see.
We'll see.
He catch lightning in a bottle, a la Ben Roethlisberger's first year starting when, God, who knows how many games they won in a row to get in the playoffs. Remember that first year?
Roethlisberger? I won't talk about it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. So, yeah, I'm taking Washington. You're taking Dallas. We didn't discuss the Eagles too much. They're kind of a mess. I don't know where they're going with New York. Who knows what happens with New York?
Man.
New head coach with the creepy mustache. Eli is like, he throws it deep to Odell, but is he really even that good anymore? Remember when Eli was good?
Yeah.
He was breaking fourth quarter recorts
about 5-6 years ago, 4 or 5 6 years ago.
And they got Rashad Jennings still starting at running back. Still starting. He has done nothing to show any impressive skills that will tell you he needs to be a starter.
I like the guy from Boston College until I saw
Andre
him play.
Williams?
Until I saw him play, and I was like, wait, you really have nothing
you're not that good.
Yeah.
They spent a ton of money on Olivier Vernon. They got Jason Pierre-Paul on his mangled arm.
Hand is half gone.
It's just...
Don't play with fireworks, kids.
I don't buy New York. I don't buy Philly. I think Washington is the safest bet, as scary as that is. And I think
the
Dallas...
I would say safest pick.
Dallas can definitely throw that monkey wrench in there, though, and
I think they're
shock the world.
I think they're the only team in that division of a chance of even making things interesting.
Tony Romo called Cliff Averill, told him, see you in the playoffs.
Attaboy.
Some little ballsy there. Tony. Hunky. Tony. All right, so wild card.
My number 1, Seattle.
Okay.
Who's number 1?
Seattle.
Number 2, I want to hear yours first, because mine's swanky.
Minnesota.
Yeah, it's a good pick. Mine's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow all y'all mind. I'm going Tampa Bay.
Oh!
Tampa Bay. Yes, sir. You heard it here first.
Tampa Bay.
I think Tampa Bay is a savvy pick.
I
don't know if I can say about my own
Jameis.
I'm not sure if I can say about my own pick. It'd be way better.
Josh, that is a savvy pick.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Oh, you're right.
So,
it just came to me.
I really do like Jameis. Last year, he threw for 4,000 yards, threw a lot of picks, but rookie.
Right. That happens. Look at Andrew Luck. He still throws a bunch of picks.
So yeah,
he's garbage.
They have a really good defense. I mean, they have really good offense. They have a good defense, solid defense. Gerald McCoy is a beast.
As soon as he gets out of, oh wait, no, I'm thinking of somebody else. Never mind.
So,
McCoy is a beast. I'll tell you what I don't like about Tampa Bay. What worries me. That I think it's going to stunt their growth. A, they made a coaching change, which I hated the coaching change. Why get rid of Lovie Smith?
We only had him for 1 year, right?
It didn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. They looked so much better last year. He didn't have that much to work with. He got a rookie quarterback
who exceeded expectations in my mind.
And
yeah, in my mind,
so you switched to Dirk Cutter, which is like, okay, Dirk Cutter's been in the league for a long time. If he deserved to get a head coaching spot, he probably would have already got one.
Would have had it by now.
Bounced around a lot as offensive coordinator. He's head coach now. I don't know if I buy it. Also, I don't know really how good their defense is. Still questions. Gerald McCoy, like you said, is a beast. Levante David. Is it Levante David? Is their linebacker? He's good.
David, yeah.
I like him. But outside of that, I got issues. And then Doug Martin, the Doug or not.
Is a finicky back.
Which Doug or not are we going to get this year? Are we going to get the Doug or not that was
from last year? Or
dominant
from
last year?
2 years
ago? Who fell flat on his face?
Well, I don't even think he showed up.
He didn't.
Yeah.
It was bad.
He didn't make it out of the locker room.
So
he's so in bed.
He needs to show me that he can do it on a consistent basis.
But he did for a couple years.
No, he did it 1 year, and then he fell flat the next year, and then last year he played well.
No, he played well. No, he played well first year, second year, then kind of like plateau, and then kind of bing, and then he came back last year.
Well, we'll see. I don't trust him yet, but they have set themselves up nicely from moving from last year to this year, minus the coaching change.
Yeah.
So if they can build on that, I can see them sneaking in as a wild card because honestly, outside of Seattle, I'm not looking at a whole lot of competition.
Minnesota really, Minnesota's possible.
Minnesota's a possibility.
Really, who else?
I mean, there's not a lot. I don't see the same I'm assuming a weird team is going to be like strangely pretty good. Like Detroit or Chicago could possibly just like win 9 games and be in the thick of it.
You never know with Jay Cutler.
You never know with Jay Cutler. You don't. And he's one of the most talented quarterbacks we've seen in a while physically.
He's got Alshon back, too.
He does have Alshon. He's got Kevin White back.
Speedster.
They just added Kyle Long and Sutton, who the Packers just dropped for no reason. 3 out of the 4 Pro Bowls he made it, and then they're just like, get out of here. We're gonna cut him.
They cut him.
They cut him for who knows. Whatever.
Bonkers.
I don't care. I don't care about Green Bay too much. So whatever they want to do, they're good. They're good, solid franchise has made so much success. So I'm not going to question them entirely, just a little bit.
But you're right.
There's just not a lot.
Every year, there's pretty much. It's almost certain at this point. Every year, there's some weird team who makes it in somewhere. So we'll see.
Right.
All right. So that pretty much.
Those are our picks for the division.
Those are our division
and the wild card. So those will be our playoffs.